What's up with it? What's up with it, man? We're here for episode 21 of Smoking and Rapping, man. We're in the 21 episodes down. I got the guy out of the game here from Oakland, California. You feel me? A lot of y'all motherfuckers know. If y'all from Oakland, y'all know fucking how it is. You feel me? You don't. You probably don't really be outside that much.
Right. Well, you're a youngster. You know, a lot of the youngsters, they ain't really familiar with it, but they uncles or they daddies or big brothers or, you know, they probably got to give them a history on the gamer. But what's up with you, bro? Thanks for having me on the show, man.
Yeah, this one came about because I had, you know what I'm saying? You go back pretty deep with my older brother and shit like that, so I always fucking been watching. And you put me on, I want to say you put me on some of my first, like, Oakland shows that was just me not performing with, like, Chevy or shit like that,
right,
you know?
And that's how,
yeah, that's how I first met you, was through that shit, performing at New Caribbean City and shit, promoting that shit. But I went to the interview because I had seen you. I know you'd always been pushing like merch to a certain extent,
right,
or like you from your music career and all that shit. But this is the first time I seen you like probably taking it like this serious, like putting out multiple items.
Right. This is my first time having my own clothing line. I got the clothing line now. This is my first time having that. I always was out the trunk with the mixtapes and with my CDs. I was always at the Hoagie shop. I was always at Booker's. I was always everywhere out the trunk with my mixtapes, my music, but that's the only merch I had. Yeah. I never had clothes. I never had none of that shit, you know what I mean? So what made me want to get into the clothing business is just watching niggas like Fab, Styling, excuse me, Filthy. Everybody got merch. And even them dudes who ain't my homies, like them my homies, even dudes who ain't my homies, like, bless me. All the dudes, the rappers who poppin', all got merch.
Yeah.
From the Migos to Drake to Lil Wayne to everybody got merch. Like, you gotta have merch, bro. You gotta have some clothes, you gotta have a hat, you gotta have something. Because music ain't selling like it used to be. It's streaming. Like, you get pennies off of streaming. So you gotta stream 100 million to get some real money off music.
And see, the thing I hate about the streaming part is like you say, right? It's cents on the dollar. So say if you paid this nigga how many ever thousands of dollars for this song, now we're making cents on the dollar on the return of the feature.
Exactly.
You feel me? It's like
you gotta hope that shit stream like a motherfucker to make your money back.
To even just make your money back
off of
not necessarily making no profit.
Exactly.
You just trying to get back what you gave this nigga.
For a feature, right? Exactly. Let alone if you want to do the video, the nigga they charge you for the video.
Exactly.
You gotta get hella views on that to get your money back. So it's like,
so getting in the
gotta have merch for sure.
We're gonna talk about the merch. We're gonna talk about your rap career. We're gonna talk about a couple other things. But let's start with your rap career. Like, at what point did you actually start rapping?
Man, I started rapping when I was 8 years old. Literally rapping, freestyling in the hood on 90. We stayed in the apartments on 90th and Bancroft. Me and all my niggas, we used to always be there rapping, and I was always advanced with rapping as a freestyle. I always came off the top of the dome. I was always advanced, so it always was bad. Like, I was always hanging with older dudes. So all my partners was 5, 6 years older than me. So when I was 7, 8 years old, I was hanging with 13, 14-year-old dudes. You know what I mean? So, but I was always advanced for my age. So I started rapping back then. And I actually got a record deal with Dollars and Spence, the same label 3 Times Crazy was on. I actually signed my first record deal at 10 years old. I signed a contract. My mama had to sign a contract with me with Spence for Dollars and Spence Records. I signed a contract at 10. So I was supposed to be on the Stack of Chips album. The song I got, The Murder Show, you heard the Murder Show song with me and 3 Times?
I'm pretty sure.
I got a song with 3 Times Crazy called The Murder Show with me and my cousin Obo. And that song, we made that song when we was 10. And that's what, 95. We made that song in 95. I was 10, about to be 11 years old. I'm born in 84. So we made that song in 95. That's before Pac died, before they dropped Stack of Chips. The song didn't make the album, but it ended up coming out later on the Best of 3 Times. We got my gap for The Murder Show. So, make a long story short, I started rapping at 8. I got signed at 10. And for everybody know, the shit didn't work out with Spence because it didn't work out with 3 Times Crazy with Spence. You know, they had a deal back then with New Tribe. So they would sign with New Tribe. We used to have the studio in Emeryville. Well, they had the studio in Emeryville, Tone Capone. You know what I mean? I used to get my first songs, my first real songs with Tone Capone. He taught me how to really put my verses together. He used to be on, do it again, do it again, do it again. I don't like that cut. I'll do it again. So that's what made me always, when I go in the booth, I'll be on my shit, because shout out to Tone Capone. You know what I mean? So, yep, I started rapping at early, 8, signed at 10. I've been rapping ever since.
And then, obviously, so the first people you was around was borderline Oakland legends.
3 times for sure. I actually got discovered to get that deal by Adrian at Bayfair.
Okay.
Adrian see me rap at Bayfair. He took me to Spitz. Took me to Emeryville, the Spitz and talking part. I rap for the biggest stop. But my cousin was my right hand man, Obo. Shout out Obo, he was my right hand man. So I'm like, y'all sign me, you gotta sign my cousin. We equivalent. It's called the Young G's back then. The G's mean gamers back then. We get the young gamers.
Okay.
So they signed me and my cousin Obo. And yeah, that's how I got discovered by shout out Keith.
And then so obviously with having to be around that type of people from the jump in your musical career, that had to set the precedent for you to know like, okay, everything has gotta be, my bars have gotta be on point. From jump. Even okay, you getting signed as 10 years old, that's gonna motivate you too, but at 10 years old, you're probably not really thinking about how important the deal is as much as just like I'm a rapper, you know what I'm saying?
I was happy to be on the plane. And I was 3 times back then. You gotta think 3 times crazy with the hottest niggas in Oakland.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
man.
being young and being around them type of people, like, how did that help mold you into a rapper in your later career?
Because look, this is how I went down, bro. So I went dollars and spins. I was fucking with 3 times when I was 10, 11, 12. That shit didn't work out with the whole situation with their whole label. They start fucking with the Gov. Hell shit happened. But mind you, I'm in 6th, 7th grade. I'm going to Cali Simmons. I'm so raw at rapping, but niggas know I'm fucking with 3 times. Niggas used to think I was stealing their lyrics. You rapping some shit you heard 3 times. But I was so hard back then. I never stole no lyrics ever. I used to gas kick it. What niggas will tell you? I used to gas the niggas freestyle. So when that shit didn't work out, I was still rapping, but now I'm in the hood. I ain't got no deal no more. I ain't tripping on rapping like that. I'm still freestyling everybody. I'm at all the house parties, but I ain't got no deal. But mind you, I'm still known for being a rapper. So one time, this was 98, 99. No, 99. I was 15 now at the time. And they threw a big ass picnic on 96 and Sunnyside for Big Ran, RIP Big Ran. It was his birthday. And everybody like, hey, nigga, get up there and rap. Whoop. So make a long story short, I rap. SIBO discovered me. You feel me?
This is
SIBO, yeah.
Okay,
West Coast Mafia, nigga, bald head, low, SIBO. But at the time, this when he got the Mind Figures. They the hottest group out. They just dropped their album. You feel me? I'm 15. SIBO from the park, take me from the park, tell me he want me to come with him to Seattle. We go to my house on 8th Avenue Hillside. I was living on 8th Avenue Hillside. My mama gave him permission to take me to Seattle. He actually met my mama, asked her, can I take your son with me to Seattle? She let me go. To do some rap shit. But I go to Seattle, nigga, I'm on tour with the Mind Figures with SIBO. We hit Tacoma, Seattle, Ohio. We hit a few places. I'm freestyling every show, killing. That's when I used to be dancing. You know, back then that's when dancing was in. And I stayed at all the house parties in Oakland, so I'm dancing in Seattle. Like, this nigga, I got goals already. I had top and bottom. I'm young saucy nigga, so I'm on tour with SIBO and the Mind Figures. Mind you, this when the Mind Figures in their prime.
Yeah.
I'm 15. These niggas like 21, 20. They was young, but they was in their prime. I'm 5, 6 years younger. Like I said, I always hung with older dudes. So these niggas in their prime, bro, I'm fucking with AP, Jack, Hustler, Ryder, and FedEx. Them niggas all love me. Them niggas like my big brothers, bro. Them niggas fuck with me tough. So I was on the road like, I think 2 weeks out there. And then I flew back home. And then when I flew back home, that's a couple months later, at first I got Ralph for a Hustler chain. They would put that in. I had Hustler me wear the chain. When I came back, big ass cross, nigga. I'm icy. I'm 15. Mind you, I'm jumping with my nigga Low, Free Low from Sopranos, my cousin. We hitting corners. The nigga West, we ride with West. I don't know where West at right now. West Brookfield, but we ride with West. West swinging donuts and Sopranos. Them niggas follow us, nigga. We jump out thinking they cool. The nigga Dose take my chain, bam. So, but Dose my nigga down. Shout out Dose. This is when I'm a youngster. You feel me? And this was Sobrani, nigga. You couldn't even be outside if you see them niggas. You need to turn the other way. You know how Sobrani get out. So, but Dose didn't know.
I got a school that took it Sobrani.
Right, exactly. You know how them niggas get out. Right, give them niggas Sobrani. Them niggas hard. Shout out to Sobrani. I'm fucking with
hang out for the summer with me. My auntie Pam would pick me up, bring me this Sobrani for the summer.
Right. So you already know. So my nigga Low, but Low was from Sobrani. That's my cousin. So Dose didn't know that at the time. So we try to go get the chain back. I was gonna get it back, but Dose ended up going to jail. The police got him. Right when me and Low pull up to Sobrani and get the chain at the same day when shit happened. So, but anyway, let's get past that. So Hus like, man, nigga, take you riding for the chain. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna steal the chain. Hus never was mad. He knew this shit really happened. I wasn't lying. You feel me? Them niggas was having money. Yeah. But to skip past all that, a couple months later, my mama ended up passing. You feel me? My mama ended up passing away a couple months later. You You feel me? So after that,
Well, you wasn't even 18.
I was 15. I was still 15. Like I said, I got picked up by Bo, went to Seattle.